In this video, we will look at the process to register users manually on the website. You will notice that I've already signed into the back end of the website. When you sign in, on the left, you will find that there's a link that will take you to the users. When you click on it, there is the list of users. That would be the real name of the person. That would be the username. He is enabled. He is activated. He is a registered user. That is his email address. If you look at the next person, there we have Peter Pan. That is his username, ppan. He is activated and enabled. He is a registered user and he has a real email address, peterpan@hotmail.co.uk. And the purpose of this video would be to show you how to register a user in a way that we do not need the real email address stored on the website. Here is the list of actions that you can take for any one user. You would normally use new to create a new user, edit to change any details of a new user, to activate a user or to block him or to unblock him, or to delete a user. How do we create a user? We click on new. You are given an input form. Let's put in a name, Joe Blogs. Let's give him a login name. Let's say Bloggy. That would be his username. And then you have to give this person a password. What shall we use? You can use any password you want to use because you will force him in any case to reset his password. So let us say you will give him a password and the password will be my secret word. My secret word. All typed in one word, no spaces or anything fancy in there. So you have to specify that same password a second time to make sure you typed correctly because you can't see what you've typed. So let's do it again. My word. Now the reason I hesitated there is I made a mistake deliberately, so you can see what happens if you do not type the password correctly the second time. Then his email address. So all I'm going to do is, to make it simple, is just joe@blogs. And I will, just to have some sort of system, I will always use his first name at his last name, and that would be his email address. That can never be an email address that anyone uses anywhere, and you will notice I don't even use .com or .co.uk or .net or anything like that. It's no need to do that, so I'll just leave it like that. And that is it. You fill in the name, the username, the passwords, a fake email address, and then scrolling down, you come down here where it says require password reset, and it says there setting this option to yes requires the user to reset their password the next time they log into the site. Pick yes and then click on save. Normally you would just click on save and close, but I clicked on save because I don't want to move away from this page. But you can quickly see there's a warning. The passwords you entered do not match. You have to put in the passwords that they match. So I'm going to try that again. My secret word, and then type it again. My secret word. And that's all you have to do. You will see everything else is still set the same. So if I now save and close, let's have a look and see what happened. There you have Joe Blogs, which we just created. You can see the create date is just now. We just created him. And a little message stands out saying, next to its name standing out saying, password reset is required for this person. But as you can see, the password doesn't show anywhere on this page. The password is, of course, a secret word. It is encrypted and held in the database. No one will ever know, not even the administrator of the website. So let's see how that works. I'm just going to the front end of the website. What does Joe Bloggs do? He goes to the login form. He types in his username, which is Bloggy, and he types in his temporary password, which is my secret word. And I've typed wrongly again so that you can see what happens if he puts in the wrong password. He clicks on login and he gets a message telling him, warning, username and password do not match. He is taken back to the form and he has to fill it in again. Let's put in the password that you have given him. My secret word, because that field is highlighted as well. So my secret word, type that in again, submit. It says you can't reuse your current password. Please enter a new password. So this is how the system will force him to a new password. Even if he ignores all of that and try to go somewhere else on the website, he will remain on that page until he changes his password. Now he changes the password to something that only he knows. I'm just taking the my out and just type secret word. Click on submit and the system reports back that his profile is now saved. He would now be allowed to go to other places on the website. Going back to the back end, just pressing F5 to refresh the page, you will see that the message next to Joe Bloggs have disappeared, which is an indication that he's changed his password to something that only he knows. A few days later, he comes back to the website and he wants to go back in and he puts in his password and the system says to him, username and password do not match. In other words, he's forgotten his password. The password that he thinks he had does not match the password that's on the system and now he can't log in. So next he's going to give you a call. In the past he should have been able to click on that link, but that link will only work if he's got a valid email address on the system. The system will email him a secret word to use and then he will have to change it again. Now that doesn't exist because he doesn't have an email address on his account. What he will have to do is he will have to call you back and tell you, sorry, I forgot my password. And what you will have to do is you will have to edit him. Click on that box next to his name and click on edit, which will open his account. Or you just simply click on his name, which opens his account so that you can reset the password. So now you can go back and say my secret word, my secret word. Go to the bottom, force him again to change his password, say save and close, and I'm not sure if that worked. It says the user is saved. Let's press F5 again. But I was expecting to see the message that he should require password change again. Somehow it didn't work, so just make sure that it works. It should work first time. Just change that, click on save, and now his account is marked for his password to be reset. So the next time when you log in, you will have to go through the same process to change the password to something only he knows, and he can't change it to the password that you give him. This is all you have to do to create all your users. And if a user get to a point where he doesn't belong to the club anymore, you simply select that user, and that's what I'm going to do now. I will select that user and I will click on delete. Are you sure you want to delete him? Yes, I'm sure, and he's gone. You cannot recover him anymore. The only way to recover him is to recreate his account. So that's how you can control all your users. If you have users on the system which has got email addresses like those, and you want to change the email address to something that is not an email address, you click on the user, go down to his email address, and what we're going to do is we're just going to damage that email address so it is unrecognizable. The only thing that the system looks at to make sure that an email address is really email address is that @ sign in the middle. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put an @ sign anywhere in his name, Peter @pan, and it changed from red to black, meaning that is an acceptable email. His email address is changed to Peter @pan. This way, that person's personal private email address is now removed from the website. Right, so the last thing to do is to get out of this page, back to the first screen that you get when you log in by clicking on that icon. Will take us back to that screen, and from here we can do whatever else it is that we need to do, or we can go there, click on that little arrow, and then click on logout to log out of the backend of the website.